Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I've lost my webcam, so this is 720p, which is really annoying. So I hope the quality is okay. I hope it's okay. Today we are looking at a video that's a little bit different from my normal videos, but we're going to be looking at someone that went from basically nearly losing his life to discovering a fortune. And this is quite an interesting video. I have some pictures as well, which yeah, you're definitely going to want to see. But an incredible story, okay? So let's get into the video straight away. Before you do, make sure you are subscribed with those notifications turned on. Leave any comments down below. Smash the like button on this video. Definitely want to hit the like button on this one. Show some love. Let's get into the video straight away. All right. So a few days ago, a gent named Ryan, Ryan Bailey, he reached out to me, and I've spoken to him before in email. I'm actually going to share the email with you in a second, but he was in a very bad car accident, like extremely bad car accident. I'm going to show you some pictures in a second. And his car aquaplaned on a country road. He wasn't speeding or anything, or particularly driving dangerously, but it's just a new driver, and maybe it's just down to experience. But the car was completely wrecked. It was him and I think a passenger, one of his best friends in the car, and they are literally lucky to get out alive. Now, this is all going to make sense as to why he was telling me this in a second. But the car was a complete wreck. He's lost one of his fingers. He's kind of really damaged. So he's lost his little finger, damaged. I think his two middle fingers. His other hand is pretty broken up. I think his arm is messed up as well. But yeah, he's in a pretty bad way at the moment. And he took time out of his kind of recovery to send me an email. I'm just going to share this email with you because I think it's going to be important for a lot of people, including myself. Right? This affected me. This message. So I'm just going to share it with you guys. So I've got some pictures to show you in a second, but before we do, I just want to take you through this. So here's the email Ryan sent me. Feel free to kind of pause this, and you can read it if you'd like to. He said it's okay for me to share his story, because he feels that it's important for people to know. So, he said, he emailed me a while back and I gave him some advice and stuff like that. Picked up some of the merch. Yes, mate. Picked up some of the merch. Love it. Thank you for doing that, Ryan. But anyway, so he says he was involved in the car accident, and as you can see there, he says he's lost his finger, broken 2 bones and all that sort of stuff. And I do have pictures. Some of them are very graphic. Yeah, I'll tell you when to look away. He said he mostly recovered, but this is the big thing. So losing a finger for some people, yes, it would be horrible, but for him, it's going to be really bad because of 2 reasons. First of all, he plays guitar, okay? So I play guitar for a long time, just like Ryan, and he teaches. He was about to join a really successful band, putting together an instructional online course so that people could actually figure out what type of guitarist they want to be, and then he would teach them and give them all the tools to be, a complete and accomplished guitarist. So he had this goal, he had this business idea, and he's literally said, quote, "My life plans have been destroyed in a matter of moments." Now, this could literally happen to anyone, guys. Most people get in cars. I'm, getting in the car today. I'm flying tomorrow, so I could crash and die and whatever. It can happen to any single person, and it's completely, he said it's completely destroyed his life in a matter of moments. Now, there is going to be a plus side to this story because as we go through the emails, we look at maybe how we can turn this negative into a positive. So this is always what you've got to do in life, guys. If you get dealt with just a pile of shit, then there's always something you can do to kind of clean that shit up and make it smell nice. So we did that. And we just kind of went through some ideas, and I'm going to share them with you guys as well. But this is something really interesting that he said. I'm not sure if you can see all of this because my picture, I'm going to be down here somewhere. He's going to be off work as well. He was in a commission-based job, so he's going to be off work. But he said, "You have no idea the regret I feel about not starting on Amazon sooner." Guys, I didn't ask him to write this. He wrote this and said it. He sent it to me. "If Amazon FBA was my primary source of income and something I'd been working on since I emailed you last, then I wouldn't have to worry about my finances." And this is a story that I hear time and time again. It's not not everyone has this particular story, obviously, but loads of people saying, "I wish I started sooner." And within entrepreneurship, that's generally what people. I have the same thing, right? I wish I started sooner. Hindsight is 2020. I wish I started sooner. But anyway, so. He wouldn't have to worry about his finances. You know, he could continue working with the one good hand he has and the iPad he took into the hospital. He wouldn't have to worry about, you know, his wage and everything like that. And you know, he said, you know, he wanted to share the story. It's right at the bottom. He wanted to share the story and say, if anyone was on the fence as to whether to do this or not, then they need to do it now. You don't know what life will bring you and how it will screw up with what you take for granted, right? Like, he took for granted that, and he even said, you know, make a good story for YouTube, and he attached a few pictures. But we all take things for granted, and this could well easily be you. Could well easily be me. And just think to yourself, if this was you, how would you be able to, you know, generate income? So, fortunately, if I was in the hospital and I lost my hand, right, I would still be making money because I have passive income sources. And yes, that wouldn't be the thing that's on the top of my mind, but because I have them, it wouldn't be worrying me, okay? It wouldn't be another thing to worry about. So I can understand why he said that it's, you know, he regrets not starting it when we originally spoke. Because if he did, he might have that income. And, you know, we go on, let's actually go on to the kind of real part of this video. So that's the story on kind of what happened to Ryan and kind of how it's going to affect him greatly. But when I read this email, of course, you know, I felt for him. I started thinking about what I was taking for granted because it's a really powerful story. But I looked at this and I saw something a little bit different. I saw a story, okay? He said that he was going to launch an online course basically teaching guitar, and he said, you know, he can no longer do that. I took a slightly different approach on that. So this is one of the emails I got back. So what I said to him is that, you know, he has an incredible story. If he can get back the mobility in his hand and he can start to, you know, play guitar again, he can create an online course about teaching people how to play guitar, how to learn how to play guitar. He can do that, but because his story, his hook is so powerful, it'll be, you know, how I nearly lost my life to, you know, how I, you know, can teach you how to play guitar, whatever it may be. He can create a really good hook. That's a terrible hook, but he can create a really good hook and have this incredible story, and people are going to appreciate that. People are going to buy into that, and they're going to buy into him as a presenter, as a storyteller, as a teacher and instructor. So that, although this is a terrible situation, there is a silver lining. The silver lining is that it's a great story that he can use to sell his online course. Because people are going to love that. If he can relearn to play guitar, and, you know, he said in one of these that, you know, if it's really bad, he might have to learn how to play like left-handed. And if he can do that, he can teach other people how to play guitar, because he went through basically relearning it and having to reteach himself. Like he said right here, look, you know, if it comes down to it, I'll teach myself how to play left-handed. I'll certainly put my own course material to the test. And he's completely true. There's a guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he was a personal trainer and he was always in really good shape. And, you know, he was training all people that were fat and stuff like that. And he never had been fat. So he never knew what it was like to lose weight. So he got fat, right? So that he could lose the weight, so that he could, you know, say, well, I know what it's like to be fat. I know what it's like to lose weight. So his like hook is from, you know, thin to fat to thin. And, you know, he's sold millions and millions of pounds worth or dollars worth of online courses and training, because he has this story of, well, you know, I was thin and I'd never been fat, so I got fat so I could lose the weight and I could, you know, put into practice and know how it feels. So with someone like Ryan, you know, he has this ability, this incredible story that he can say how he relearned guitar after a near fatal accident. And people are going to, you know, people are going to buy from him because of that reason, because it's not every day you see that. And I'm not saying, guys, go out and get in car crashes and, you know, screw yourself over for a story, but there's things in your life that you can use to create stories. Okay, I have a story, like, you know, my story you guys will know. I'm not going to go into it today, but I have a story and it's my story, okay? It's different to other people's, it's mine. You know, Ryan has his story, and that's what he needs to really think about. And, you know, he said literally here, I'll be straight up with you, I read what you said and it was like a bulb lit up inside of my head. It was an epiphany moment for him. I'd all but given up on the idea of making a course. And I thought that even if I could play, then who would listen to me with a half-functional hand? But you've made me realize I was looking at it wrong. It is the stories that sell and the potential that my passion, and this story could be a gold mine. It's totally true. So if you're getting into something like Amazon FBA, you're getting into online digital products, you're getting into affiliate marketing, remember, it's the story, guys. It's the story that sells, right? That's the thing that people appreciate. That's the people that want to. That's the things that people want to hear. So, and he says here, I really hope this helps you and others out. It's been a wake-up call to me that you have to act on the opportunities you're given before it's too late. You never know. you know, just what curveballs life is going to throw at you. So guys, just please like pay attention to this sort of stuff, because this literally could be you. Do the things that if this was to happen to you, think right now, if this was to happen to you, what are you going to regret? It might not be anything to do with business, but what are you going to regret? If there is things that you're thinking, oh, I would regret, you know, not, you know, making up with the friends that I fell out with, or, you know, not starting a business, or not doing this or doing that, then go and do those things, because that regret is not going to go away, and things like this might happen to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some pictures with you so you can see this. So this is the car. Let's go to the beginning. So here we go. We have the car. It's a complete write-off, as you can probably tell. But he was in the driver's side, so he was just over here. And again, his hand was like mauled. He did send me pictures of like pre-operation of his hand. I am not going to show you those because they were gross. Sorry, Ryan. Your hand is literally mangled. But there you can see, like, the car is like, if anyone's in the back, they would be like, they would be gone. So he had his friend in the passenger seat, and they had to actually cut him out of the car. So the fire brigade had to cut him out. So this is like a serious thing, guys. Really serious. Now the next picture is one of his hand. Now it's been kind of sewn up, but if you are particularly squeamish, I would consider maybe not looking at this picture. It's not like terribly bad, but if you are squeamish, then I probably wouldn't watch it. I'll let you know when you can look back. So there we go. So there we go. There is his hand. You can see his two kind of broken fingers in the middle, and then his little finger, which is kind of in half and sewed together. So the other pictures, which I'm definitely not going to show you, was the little finger just kind of like hanging off a bit, which was hard to look at. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go back to the picture of the car. Okay, go back to the picture of the car. So let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. I've asked Ryan to hang around in the comments and just kind of be there. So what I'll do is, when he comments, I'll probably pin it to the top. Wish him well, guys. Definitely wish him well. If there's anything you can do to help him, then of course, feel free to reach out to him. But yeah, let me know, like, how this would affect you. If something like this was to happen to you, what would you regret, and what would you do differently? But hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. As I said, a little bit of a different one, but I think it's important, and I really wanted to share this story for him. So there we go. If you have liked this video and you wish Ryan well, obviously give it a little thumbs up. We want to get people to actually thumbs up that shit. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. Any good wishes, leave them down below as well. Make sure you are subscribed with the notifications turned on. The next time you see me, guys, I will not be here. I will be in another country. So give me 2 or 3 days to get there. And I've got some cool stuff coming for you with no regrets. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.